Britain is expected to be hit with 2 storms in the space of 3 days this week. The Met Office is warning of blizzard-like conditions and wind speeds of up to 90 miles an hour.
Yes, a yellow alert has been given already for Storm Dudley, which will hit northern regions on Wednesday. And then Storm Eunice is set to follow on Friday.
Last month, we were rocked by Storm Malik, which battered energy lines and left thousands without power. Joining us now to tell us what we can expect from the twin storms, Jim Dale. Jim, good morning to you. Jim's a senior meteorologist at British Weather Services. How bad's it going to be, Jim?
It's kind of how long's a piece of string. These storms, we kind of miss these in the winter time for the most part. We got the early storms in, particularly Arwen, if you remember, affected northeast Scotland. These are on track to be very similar. Maybe the same areas, and the second one. I think Eunice could extend its winds further across the country. So really and truly, we're watching the space on this one. But yeah, they can. The potential is there. You mentioned 90 miles an hour. I think for most parts, most places will not see. Absolutely clear, will not see 90 miles an hour in either storm. It's the exposed areas, the mountain tops, the coastal fringes, the usual suspects that see that sort of wind. For most of us, I think we'll be seeing 60, 70, particularly in the north at the moment. But the second one, the Eunice storm, that is expected to go further south. So, as I say, we're watching the space on these things. It's a moving target. So it's the time of year. We've missed them, and now they're coming in droves.
And what sort of disruption would you normally expect from these kind of storms? I mean, you draw the parallel with Storm Arwen, lots of places probably still recovering from those with roof repairs and the like. I mean, are we talking about trees down, power lines down, threat to life?
Yeah, it's about that, isn't it? These storms always have the capability, and it's the gusts that do the damage, remember. So when we talk about 90 mile an hour or 70 mile an hour, it's the gusts that are the thing that do the terrible damage. So trees down. I know fatalities the last time around, sadly, with trees falling. That's capability is going to be there again. So it's a little bit of advice on these particular days. That's later Wednesday, Thursday morning, and then again during Friday, particularly the PM. Keep away from the woods if you can. The best thing I could say is if it's that hazardous, stay in if you can. Travelling is always going to be what people do to go to work and all the rest of it, but that's where the dangers can be. But you don't put yourself in danger by putting yourself in the worst possible situations, like, Jim, for example, walking in woods.
Can you tell us exactly when are we talking about? What's the time scale? Starting when, finishing when?
Well, I think it starts on Wednesday PM, particularly into the overnight, into Thursday morning. That's the first one. And that's mainly for northern areas. I'm going to say that's sort of M62 northwards. And then the second one looks like it'll be kicking in during Friday, in actual fact, Friday per se. So I think Friday PM is again the worst case scenario for these winds when they get to their peaks. Friday PM into maybe the early hours of Saturday. That's what we're looking at this moment.
Jim, thanks for that. Really appreciate the roundup.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We'll leave it there. Thank you.